on then, Poppy, let's go. Good girl. Morning. Welcome to Jojo's Homemaker and Lifestyle. Well, today it's an absolutely beautiful day, really warm as well. I don't know why I've got my thick jumper on, although actually I do need my jumper on. It's not that warm, but it's lovely and sunny. So I thought I'd put my first lot of washing out for the year. So I will just start by giving them a little wipe because I've not used them this year. It's lovely and warm. Whether it'll dry or not, I don't know. I'm hoping it does. It is nice and sunny this side, so it should dry. But sometimes this time of year it's a bit hit and miss whether it dries. But it is nice and warm. Right then, let's have a look. So if you've never joined me before, my name's Joanne. And I do a bit of all sorts really, from home lifestyle, home vlogging. If I go out, sometimes I do that, but mainly, I'd say mainly in the season it's about the B&B and just day-to-day home life really. And out of season, which is during the winter time, I tend to do a lot of baking and cooking vlogs. So if you're interested in any of those, please go back and have a look. And if you like what you see, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So as I say, it's a lovely day today, so I thought I'd put my washing out. I did put it out earlier on in the year actually, but it was as wet when I fetched it in as when I hung it out. So obviously, as nice as it wasn't nice enough to hang the washing out. But I think today might be one of those days. So Poppy's leg seems a lot better. She's been on pain relief for a poorly leg now, ever since I did the first vlog about her leg, which I believe was probably about 5 months ago now. I'm not sure, but she's not limping on it at all now, so I've stopped giving it to her. But only recently. And I tend to think, personally, it's because the weather's warmed up. I think it might be a bit of rheumatism or arthritis or something she's got in her leg as well. Because since the weather's warmed up, she seems a lot better. So that's it. I'll go see if there's anything else that needs pegging out. I've got some towels there, but I don't like putting my towels out. I put them in the dryer because they stay nice and fluffy. So let's go and have a look. Now I don't know if you can see this, but this is how warm it is, look, because of the steam coming off the thing. I'm not sure if it does it justice, if you can see it, but can you see the steam coming off the sheets, look? So that just shows you how warm it is out here. Wow, I can't believe that. Just look. I really hope you can see that because it looks like it's on fire. But it isn't, it's just the steam. And Poppy's after the reflection on the floor. There you go, look, she's like, what are you doing, Poppy? What is it? Can you see the reflection? Well, it's getting to that time of year, I think, soon, where we'll be doing a bit of gardening and the grass will want its first cut and we'll start putting out all the nice pretty flowers, and my rhubarb and hopefully will come a bit better this year. That I planted that last year, so we didn't get any fruit from it last year, but hopefully this year we'll get a bit. And as far as the olive tree goes, we didn't get any olives off it. There was probably a handful, if that. So we just left them. Poppy, stop it. She's barking at the reflection. Right, let's peg this washing. I've got another sheet here. Quilt cover. So I'm going to go put my towels and bits that can go in the dryer. So I'm going to go and check a bedroom now, because I've got some guests arriving today. They arrived this afternoon sometime, so I'm going to go and check, which is what I do before any guests come. Check that the radiator's turned on the thermostat, and make sure everything's as it should be. So I'm going to go do that in a minute. First of all, last night we had a visitor. It was from the Food Standard Agency, Food and Safety, and he came and did an inspection. So I wasn't expecting that. That was about 5:30 last night, so it's quite late. But luckily, I passed with flying colours, so I got a 5. You can't really see it on here. It's a sticker, but you'll see it when I put it on the door, which I'm going to do in a minute. He checks things like your dishwasher, the bits that you can't really see underneath, down the sides, your seals, etc. He checks your cooking, what you cook with, microwave, and underneath again the bit that you don't see at the top, which was fine. And your fridge and your freezers, they always check that, and then the seals around, they always check that because they are easy to miss, and they were fine. What else did he check? Obviously ask you questions like your waste, where your waste goes, what the temperatures are, regulations, etc. I showed him my book, because you have a temperature log book which you have to fill in when you do breakfast, which I have showed you in previous vlogs. If you've not seen it, go back and have a look, because you'll be able to see as well how I do my breakfast. And normally I was telling him when I'm busy, because it made him titter. He says, oh, you've got 2 of everything, one for when you're quiet and one for when you're busy, which I hadn't really thought of, but I have. I use this big griddle here when I'm busy, and I've got a big urn just there, which I also use when I'm busy. Look. And then the kettle I use when I'm not so busy, and when I'm also not so busy, I tend to use the little air fryer, which is only a little air fryer, may I add. I do plan on getting a new one this year, but we'll wait till the season starts. But until then, that's fine. But it will be handy to have a bigger one, because the hash browns are lovely done in the air fryer. And yeah, so, and I normally do everything on the hob as well when I'm not busy. So anyway, that was that. But I passed with flying colours, thankfully, so that was really good. And obviously it checks your cupboards and things like that, and ask you other questions, and that's it really. So let's go put the sticker on the door. So I think I'm going to put it just here, or maybe down here. No, I'll put it here. So that's it there, look. No, that's it. I'll show you outside. So there you go, look. Food and hygiene rating 5. And it actually, the last time that it was inspected was 2017. It's supposed to be done every year. And we moved in here 2020. Now, I did call them and let them know, because obviously you have to let them know if it's changed ownership, which I did do. And I've been expecting one of these for 5 years, 2025. So it's long overdue. And now we've got that, so I can put that on my website. In fact, I'll take a picture now and I'll put it on my website and on my Facebook page. So let's go check this room. I'm in room 7, which is the king size room. It's not a huge room, but it is a king size bed. There we go. It is a lovely room, I must say. Right, let's turn this up to 5. There we go. So there's the tea and coffee. Yeah. And then the ensuite, that's all done. Everything's in there what needs to be. So yeah, everything's lovely and ready. Make sure the hair dries in. Yeah. There we go. Ready for the guests. Alright, these are some of our comments that we've had. This was last year, obviously, which are lovely, really nice. And then that was last weekend, which was lovely as well. So, I think I'm going to make us a coffee now. Put some fresh water in this. And do our day a little bit of breakfast. It's 10 to 11, so it's more of a brunch really. I think I know what he'll like. What he normally likes. Omelette. So, I do normally empty this every time I use it, but obviously I didn't last time. So just put that there. In it. Right. Let me just see if he wants it now or later, because it's 10 to 11 now and he finishes at 11:30, so he may want it together later. So I'm just go and ask him quickly. Can't ask him yet, he's on the phones. So I think what I'll do is make myself a coffee and make him one when he finishes it. He can enjoy it then. If I make it now, while he's on the phones, it'll end up just going cold. So, but I want one now. In fact, I'm going to have a coffee now. And then I'm going to go and ring my sister, FaceTime my sister whilst I have my coffee. Because my mum's going today for the day to spend the day with her. She's staying in, my mum is staying in Hygiene at the at the premiere in there, because I'd already got it booked when we went to a party. So mum it was a bit of a long story, but she ended up giving me her booking for 2 nights because she wasn't well and wasn't able to go, and I moved my booking forward so that my mum could have it today. Otherwise she would have stayed at my sister's. But she's staying at the premiere in now. So last night she went out with my brother and nephew and nieces for a meal, and then today she's spending the day with my sister, and Colin, her husband, he's going to meet his brother because he's from around that area. So right, let's switch this on. So if I FaceTime her, I'll be able to see both of them and maybe have coffee together, which is really nice. We do speak a lot, and it's lovely. And I speak to my mum every day, There's not a day go by I don't speak to my mum, and there's barely a day goes by when I don't speak to my sister. Excuse me. And we tend to always FaceTime, so we actually see each other, so it's really nice. And we tend to, if we can, if Amanda's not at work, which is normally towards the end of the week, we like to FaceTime each other whilst having coffee in the morning. Right, let me think, what am I doing? Milk. Oops. I must say, I do like my coffee machine. And this is what Ade got me for Christmas. So I put my milk in there and then I shall steam that after the coffee's done. Well, my voice is a lot better than it was, but it's still not 100%. And the more I talk, the more it goes. I never used to have a sweet tooth, never. As a child growing up, even into adulthood, never had a sweet tooth. It was always savoury, but since I've got a little bit older, I don't know why, I don't know if it's hormonal or what, but I've got having such a sweet tooth. So that's that. Now for steaming the milk. Ade just come through. It really doesn't like being on camera. It's a personal choice. It's not because I don't want him on, because I says I like it when he comes on. He doesn't mind occasionally. Ade's the quiet one out of the two of us. Oh, lovely. So that's warming up nicely. I did ask him, he says he wants his coffee and breakfast at 11:30. And he's quite happy doing his own breakfast and his own coffee, of which he does. And he does mine as well. But when I'm not busy, and I know he is, I like to do it for him. But he certainly doesn't expect it, which is really nice. There, that's that done. So I'll take that out, give it a little bang. There we go. Pour it in my coffee. Lovely, that is. Perfect coffee. So now I'm just going to get this, give that a wipe. And that just gives it a bit of a clean. The last thing you want is milk being in it and not cleaning it, because it would not be very nice. That's it. Now I'm going to go and sit down and give my sister and my mum a call for a natter. See you soon. Right, so now I'm doing another Gousto, and I'm doing baked fish fingers with lemony potatoes and buttery greens, and that looks delicious. So that is today's dinner. Seeing as it's Friday, I don't know if any of you, we don't normally do this as a rule, but it does bring back memories, because I know my grandparents always used to, and a lot of people still do actually. Fish Friday. Who has fish and chips on a Friday? If you do, put in the comments below. And so yeah, today we're having fish. Fish and chips with a twist, because it's not actually fish and chips, it's fish fingers with, what is it? new potatoes. That would be lovely. And then spring greens. Lovely. Right then, let's get cracking. So I've got the fish. We've got bassa fillets. So that's the fish. And it tells you here, tells you there what you need. So I'm going to get out what I need first. And then we're all set. So what is it? Potatoes. So let's get those out. A little bag of potatoes. I've got those. I have got an extra one out, so because there's not normally, they are only small portions, so I have got an extra potato to do. Spinach and panko breadcrumbs, 40 grams, probably in here then. Right. There we go, here we go. So 40 grams, that's that. Spinach, 120 grams. So there's 2 bags of spinach there, comes to 120 grams. So you've got your potato, spinach, panko crumbs, mayonnaise. How much mayonnaise do we need? That'll be in here, I think. Mayonnaise. So that's the mayonnaise. Then we need a lemon. That's lemon. Dried oregano. That's there. And peas and the fish. So that's everything. So that can go back in there. That's it. I froze my peas when I got them because they don't tend to last that well. A bit like the meat really. Everything else seems to last, but the peas and the meat doesn't. So I put those in the freezer. So I will just put those in some boiling water in a minute. And now we can get cracking with cooking the milk. So, what does it say? I've got this out. We've got some lamb in the freezer, and I was going to get that out for Sunday because I haven't got anything for Sunday. We get them delivered. Our deliveries come on a Sunday afternoon, but that's really for the rest of the week. So for Sunday, I think I am going to make, where is it? I'm going to make this again because I've got what I need to make it. And that is the lamb meatball biryani with minty mayo and pickled onions. Oh my word, that is absolutely amazing. So we're going to have that on Sunday, I think. So today, the fish fingers. So I'm going to use this for putting the rubbish in, I think. Let's see what it says. Chop the waxy potatoes in half. Add the chopped potatoes to a pot with plenty of boiling water. So we need a little pot. So, knife. Let's do that then. Right. There. And that's the potatoes. And it says plenty of boiled water and a pinch of salt. Well, I know how to boil potatoes, but anyway. So I've put the water on for the peas and the potatoes. I'm just going to put the boiling water on those really to defrost them. So now what we do, whilst the potatoes are cooking, zest half your lemon. Try to grate lightly in the, right, okay, grater. Okay. So that's about half. So it's in half. Add the lemon zest and your dried oregano, olive oil and a pinch of salt and pepper to the breadcrumbs. So I need a bowl. So the breadcrumbs. This will be to coat the fish in, so I need that in. I need the lemon peel, and the oregano goes in there as well. There we go. And also salt and pepper. We like plenty of pepper, so I'm putting plenty of that in. Doesn't come out very well. That's better. There. Wasn't coming out, so right. So that's that, and I'm just going to give it a bit of a mix up with this. Add half a tablespoon of olive oil and a pinch of salt and pepper to the breadcrumbs and mix everything together. These are your herby breadcrumbs. So I need half a tablespoon of olive oil. I think I can guess that. Half a tablespoon. There. I would say that's half a tablespoon. And this is the herby breadcrumbs. That'd be lovely, actually. That's what you're going to coat the fish in. These meals, honestly, I'm not sponsored by them. This isn't advertising for them. Well, I am advertising for them, but it's not like paid advertising. They've not asked me to advertise. It's just something we've started having, and we absolutely love them. They're just so easy. It's so lovely to be able to cook something different that you wouldn't normally cook. They're just so good. They're just so tasty. And as I said before, I think I'm actually saving money getting these with not buying rubbish from the shop. Right, cut your fish into strips, add a handful of flour to a plate, splash of milk to the bowl, coat the fish in flour, tap any excess off, then add to the milk, then firmly press into the herby breadcrumbs to coat evenly. These are your coated fish fingers. Now that couldn't be any easier, could it? So I just need a little bit of oil. I'm going to put some milk and some flour in these bowls here. I'm going to bring this along here because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to get the water, pour on here. So, and then that wants to come to the boil. And once it's to the boil, it just wants about 15 minutes. I'm just going to put these in a bowl as well. Some boiling water. It's rubbish. Right, look. Put them in here. So I am just going to put some hot water on these. So now for the fish. is the chicken goujons, all done and ready to cook, and they look lovely and they smell lovely as well. So now on to the next thing. I'm just going to get rid of all this and clean up. Right then, so I'm going to juice the lemons because I'm going to need some lemon juice for the potatoes and some for the mayonnaise. We had lemon last night. We had lemon chicken. It was nice. There we go. There. So that's the lemons done. Wipe my hands. The mayonnaise in here. So everything comes portioned. You don't need to add any more. I sometimes do. I'll add a little bit more mayonnaise to that. And I also added an extra small potato, but you don't have to. You know, it depends what sort of appetite you've got, but everything comes portioned, so you don't need to. But I am, like I say, I'm going to put a little bit more mayonnaise in that. Not a lot, just a little bit. There you go. And then you add some salt and pepper to that. And a little bit of lemon juice. There you go, that's the mayonnaise. And just a tiny bit of lemon juice to that. And I'll try that then when I've stirred it. So let's have a little stir. I don't think you'll want much in there, to be fair. Let's try that. That is perfect. That's your lemony mayonnaise. So that's ready. I'll put it over there. Once the potatoes are done, they've got 7 minutes left. I'm going to drain them. I'm going to put a little bit of butter in them, a bit of lemon juice, some salt and pepper, and that's your lemony potatoes. So I will need that lemon juice. Whoops. But now I'm going to empty the spinach. There's quite a lot of spinach there for 2 people, but after saying that, it does cook down to nothing when you've cooked it. So that's the spinach. One bag. Another bag. That's it. Right, so I've popped all the spinach in there, and then I'm going to put peas on top, and then when I'm ready for it, I'm going to reboil the kettle and just pour that all over, and that will wilt the spinach and blanch the peas. Bear in mind they've already been in some boiling water as well. And that's your vegetables. That's all you do. You don't cook it, I don't think. You just put a knob of butter in when it's done, bit of salt and pepper, mix it together, yeah, and that's your vegetables. And then it's cooked. So I'm going to start cooking the fish fingers now. I'm just going to see what time Ade finishes work, so I can time it right. So there you go. Look, if ever you want to try these, there is an offer in the link, and if you go on the link in the description, it's not a link, but in the description I've put the details there, and if you follow that or copy that link, you'll actually get 60% off your first order, and then I think it's for the next 3 months you get 25% off, and it's a huge amount. It's a huge discount, and I'm actually been having this now for quite a while, and I'm still on my 25% discount, and it works out less than £5 per person for a meal. And like I say, it saves me, because when I go to the shop or the supermarket, I always spend more than I wanted to. So give it a go. Even if you cancel your subscription after your first one, you can do that. So you're not tied to having them, and it just, yeah, it's really good. I love him, really do. I really do like him. Anyway, like I say, this isn't a paid. I'm not getting paid for this, and they've not asked me to do this. I'm doing it because I enjoy it, and I have them anyway. So they're the fish fingers. So I'm going to cook them in a minute. I'm just going to go and see what time Ade finishes work. He's on the phones at the moment, so he's not going to be finishing just yet, but the potatoes are done, so just one sec. I'm going to get them, and then I'm going to put a bit of butter on them, a bit of lemon juice, salt and pepper, and put them to one side. So that should be enough. Bit of lemon juice, salt and pepper. A little bit of olive oil. It did say put a bit of olive oil in as well, so put a bit of that in. And that should be enough. There. And that just wants a little shake. And that is the lemony potatoes. I've overdone them, I think. I've gone all mushy now. Oh. Put a bit more in. Yeah. Oh well. Right then, so I can get cracking now and cook these fish fingers and blanch the vegetables. So let's take them over here. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil in here, like that. And then I can put the fish in. And it won't take long to do, actually. I'm going to use these to put them in. There we go. There. Right. And the potatoes are cooked, so they're all ready, and these shouldn't take too long. Well, I'm going to warm the plates up. They look lovely. Yeah, lovely. Well, they're almost done. So now all I've got to do is pour the boiling water over the vegetables. We'll do that now. There. That is your wilted veg. So you're not really cooking them as such, you're just wilting them, and then they'll go on the plate with a bit of butter on. It'll be lovely, they will. So now we can go and dish up Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be really nice. So, just about to dish up. Hello.
Hello.
Have you had a good day?
Yes, it's been good.
Good. Right, dinner's ready, so I can dish up now. So let's put these on here. Right. The potatoes, right. As I said, the potatoes are a little bit overdone. Gone a little bit mushy, but they'll be fine. Oh, fancy overdoing them. Never mind. Right. Right. So now for the vegetables. There you can see the vegetables. Look, I'll put them back here. Let me just get another spoon. There you go. It looks very nice. Just hope they are done enough. It should be. That's it. So that's our days. And then the mayonnaise. So I'm going to put that. Where can I put that? Probably over the potatoes. Oh, that's where I'm having mine. Maybe a bit on the vegetables like that. Where else? I could put it on the, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to put it on there, on here. So, there we go. That looks absolutely delicious. There, that's it. That is what it looks like. They've got theirs in a little pot, but I've put mine on the plate, and that is it. Fish fingers, wilted vegetables, and lemon potatoes. So I'm going to try it now. Let's give it a try before we sit down. Right then, I'm just going to give it a little try. So the fish fingers look beautiful. Potatoes, like I say, they're a bit too well done really, but they'll be fine. Let's have a try and a bit of mayonnaise. Very nice, really fresh and just lovely. So we're going to go and sit down and enjoy our dinner now. I really hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to take this and go sit down now. Bye.